Most people think taxes are obvious. They come with paperwork, percentages, and deadlines. But there's a tax almost everyone pays every year without ever receiving a bill. It's not listed on your paycheck. It's not voted on publicly. And most people never notice it happening. This is the silent tax destroying your wealth. If you've ever felt like you're earning more money, but somehow getting ahead feels harder than it used to, you're not imagining it. Something is quietly working against you. Today, we're breaking down what this silent tax is, how it works, why it affects nearly everyone, and why wealthy individuals structure their money very differently because of it. Once you understand this, you'll start seeing it everywhere. This isn't speculation or fear. It's how modern economic systems function. Across decades of historical data, one pattern shows up consistently. Money loses purchasing power over time. Not suddenly, gradually. And that gradual loss is exactly why most people miss it. The silent tax is inflation. Inflation is the slow increase in prices across an economy. As prices rise, the same amount of money buys less. Your dollars don't disappear, they just become less powerful. At low levels, inflation feels manageable. But because it compounds, its long-term impact is severe. At just 3% inflation, purchasing power is cut roughly in half over about 24 years. When inflation runs higher, that timeline shortens dramatically. This means that even if you save responsibly, your money is quietly taxed every year through reduced buying power. So why don't most people notice? Because inflation doesn't create pain all at once. Prices rise slowly. Adjustments feel normal. Incomes may increase occasionally, giving the illusion that everything is balanced. But over time, the gap grows. Housing becomes harder to afford. Everyday expenses feel heavier. Large purchases require more effort. The loss happened gradually enough that it felt invisible. Here's the part most people never hear. Inflation doesn't impact everyone equally. Those who hold mostly cash feel it the most. Those who own assets often feel it last, or sometimes not at all. That's because when money supply expands, asset prices usually rise first. Stocks, real estate, commodities, and businesses tend to reprice upward. Cash does not. This creates a silent transfer of purchasing power from cash holders to asset holders. The wealthy understand this dynamic. They don't fight it emotionally. They plan around it. This is why wealthy individuals don't think in terms of saving alone. They think in terms of preserving purchasing power. Instead of asking how much money they have, they ask what their money will be able to buy in the future. That single shift in thinking changes how money is allocated, saved, and invested. At this point, it's important to clarify something. Inflation is not always malicious. It's often used to stabilize economies and encourage spending. But regardless of intent, its effect on idle money is the same. If money isn't positioned to grow faster than inflation, it is losing value. Slowly, quietly, consistently. Wealthy families respond to this by using cash strategically. They hold cash for liquidity. They hold it for flexibility. They hold it for opportunity. They do not hold excess cash, expecting it to maintain value over decades. Cash is treated as a short-term instrument, not a long-term store of wealth. Another reason this silent tax is so powerful is because it doesn't feel like a decision. No one chooses to lose purchasing power. It just happens in the background. Without a clear framework for understanding inflation, people blame themselves. They feel like they aren't earning enough, saving enough, or doing enough. In reality, the system is quietly working against unprotected money. This is why the wealthy focus on systems instead of balances. They build structures that help money move with economic forces instead of fighting them. They don't panic during inflationary periods. They prepare for them. Here's the simple truth. If your money is standing still, inflation is moving against you. That doesn't mean cash is bad. It means cash needs rules, timelines, and purpose. Without that structure, inflation becomes an invisible tax that compounds year after year. Once you understand this, you stop asking why things feel harder financially. You start asking how to position money so it isn't quietly taxed over time. That's the difference between reacting to inflation and planning for it. If this helped you understand what's really happening behind the scenes, let me know in the comments.